If this video found you, then you are in a season of life where everything is moving so fast, but you find it difficult to cope up with your emotions and your internal world. You know you want to slow down, but you don't know how to slow down. And I know this because I have been going through this myself for the past few weeks. I think the whole month of February so far has been a lot for me. A lot has changed in the terms of my job and the place where I live. So I moved into a new apartment recently and I hate moving as much as I love my new place. It's just a lot. It drains you mentally, physically, and emotionally. And the whole process of moving from packing stuff up to bringing it to a new place and then having to settle everything down, it's too much for me. Like, I don't want to do it. I know I crave change when it comes to moving from a place to another, when I just outgrow something, but also the work that it takes, it's a lot. And being a Taurian does not really help because we are so not into change. Like, we are not fond of it. We hate it from the bottom of our hearts. And even though we have been listening to this since forever, that change is the only constant, it's when you have to go through it, you realize how it makes you feel. Last few weeks have made me feel emotionally dysregulated, off track, and like a hot mess. Even when I was trying to point out what's exactly happening, I was not able to figure it out. It was so bad that I had to sit myself down and just notice all the sensations that I was feeling within my body due to the changes happening around me. And what I realized is that change is not the actual problem here because life is designed to shift, to stretch, and to surprise you at every step. But every time something changes, your routine, your relationships, your identity, basically your whole nervous system has to recalibrate itself, and it takes time for recalibration. When things move too quickly, it's natural for your body to go into survival mode. For me, this has manifested as feeling overwhelmed all the time, feeling irritable, and sometimes numb. What's more pressurizing is when people around you start asking you what's wrong with you, and you have to explain to them exactly what it is, but they don't really get it. Now, tell me one thing. How can you be yourself when you feel so disconnected from yourself? I know I cannot do that. And this is why I wanted to pause and breathe. If you can relate to everything that I'm saying, then I want to assure you that you are not weak and nothing is wrong with you. You're simply dysregulated. Your inside world is still trying to catch up with your physical reality. And it's completely normal to feel off track during life transitions because you're not just adjusting externally, you are also reorganizing internally. So initially, I kept wondering how I could fix this, but you know what? You don't need to fix anything. You just need to give yourself the permission and the space to adapt to everything that's happening around you. So when this happens, how do you slow down when life is not slowing down for you? So I'm going to share a few techniques that will help balance your mind, body, and soul, which will help you feel more grounded and more calm during all the chaos. So you can try cold water therapy. The cold water reset is a quick way to calm your body when you start to feel anxious, overwhelmed, or emotionally intense. When something cold touches your face, your body automatically switches from stress mode to calm mode. You don't have to think about it because your body does it on its own. It's like pressing a reset button for your nervous system, and what it does is it makes your brain focus on the present moment. Another thing that really helps me when I start feeling anxious is breath work. And this specific technique is used by Navy SEALs and helps you remain composed under intense pressure as well. All that you need to do is inhale through your nose for 4 counts, then hold for 4 counts, and then exhale through your mouth for 4 counts. And last, pause with your lungs empty for 4 counts. And I promise that this technique is gold when it comes to feeling overwhelmed or scattered, and even when you need to focus. So I wanted to go out to make this video, but it's snowing outside since last 3 days. It's minus 20 degrees. Whenever I go through this phase in life, I go out and try to get some sunlight because it makes me feel more grounded. The time somehow pauses and I feel still. There is something magnificent about Mother Earth, walking on the grass barefoot, listening to the sound of flowing water, hugging a tree. It all feels like magic to me. With all the chaos in my life, I really needed this break to just be. No rush, nowhere to go, coming back home to myself. When life gets tough, all you want to do is slow down. And I mean it literally. I slow my movement, the way I eat, the way I walk, the way I speak, everything. This is my way of sending a signal to my inner world that I am really safe. And it's not a fix, but it does give you a sense of control in times of uncertainties. And if nothing helps, start writing. Write your heart out and set a timer. Dump everything onto paper. When the timer ends, close the notebook. This is called containment journaling. It helps you release overwhelming thoughts and emotions without letting them take over your whole day. And I'm not going to lie, I do have a hard time coping up with change, but at the same time, I'm a believer in the power of mind. I'm learning how to not let things outside of me completely control what happens inside of me. I'm learning that balance is not something that you achieve once and keep forever. It's something you keep returning to again and again, something that you have to work for. Some days you will feel grounded, some days you will feel scattered, some days you will feel strong. Some days you will feel like you are starting over, and that's okay. You are allowed to take time to adjust. You are allowed to move slower than your circumstances. You are allowed to feel lost while finding your way. Growth does not always look like progress. Sometimes growth looks like resting. Sometimes it looks like pausing and breathing through the moment. So, if life feels overwhelming for you right now, if it feels like everything is moving too fast, if you feel disconnected from yourself, take this as a reminder to slow down. Not everything needs to be figured out today, not everything needs to be fixed immediately. Give yourself some space, some patience, compassion, and grace. And tell yourself that you are not falling apart. You are just adjusting, you are still becoming, and that takes time. This is me signing off, going back to my happy place to just be. And I will see you in the next video.